Happy New Year, guys! I am super excited that we are able to walk into 2018 together. It is, oh my gosh, it's 2018, like I can't believe it. Welcome to Inner Beauty Out. If you don't know who I am, my name is Linnee, also known as Inner Beauty Out, and I am super excited to be here to join you guys, to create new looks for you guys, to create well, I couldn't be more excited than now, and I'm here today to create the look that I actually wore for New Year's Day. I'm actually filming on the second day, but it's leading into the third day right now, so I'm hoping that I can get this to you soon. I'm super excited to be here. I created this as more of a talk through video, and I just kind of wanted to walk you guys through like what I'm looking forward to in 2018, which is really just creating for you guys, and I really hope that you enjoy this. I don't want to make this a super long intro or super long video because I kind of really start from start to finish, and if you want to see more videos that are like this where we're talking and chatting and I'm giving you more info in terms of you know, what I'm going through, or not necessarily what I'm going through, but what's going on, then let me know in the comment section, because I love to hear you guys. I love reading your comments. If you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please make your way and do so. Definitely click the bell button as well. That will give you the notifications to let you know when I post a new video. So it's not just enough to just like click the subscribe these days. We have this bell now that lets you know. I don't even know why I did that. We have a bell now that lets you know exactly when I post, wherever you get your notifications sent to you, and so you'll be in the know whenever I'm live. And don't forget to, don't be afraid to share the video with anyone who you may think may love or may grow from this content. I am super excited for what is to come this year. I hope to keep this motivation going. Keep me in prayer. Keep me help to stay motivated. Stay in my comment section so I can keep putting out content for you guys, because that's what I really want to do. So without further ado, I want to bring you guys into this transformation that's about to happen. I had a couple of friends join, and I'm going to talk about them, but I do hope that you enjoy this look, and I can't wait to see you in my next one. So until next time, love you guys. Stay beautiful. Today we're completely fresh face, new hair, new all of that, okay? I know you guys are probably wondering, wasn't she blonde before? Where's the gold background? It's a new year, and it's 2018, and we're all about changes and all of that. Okay, yeah, so today we're going to do something different. I don't do this often. I don't want to make this video super long, so we're just going to jump right into the skin. It's going to be a talk with me, or talk through video, so to speak. And I'm going to prime my skin first with this NYX Hydra Touch Oil Primer, but it's so cute the way it like closes. It's like pop, and then you actually have to pop the top to dispense and pick up the oil. Isn't that cool? Alright, so this is extremely oily, as I'm going to put it all over. I know I mentioned I am oily in just the bottom portion of my face, but I'm actually going to moisturize everything because I'm going to go for a nice, not cakey makeup look. Alright, next up in my primer situation is going in with the No Pore Problem primer. It's a smoothing and pore covering top secret perfect makeup. Oh my god, I can't speak. It's been a while. I'm rusty. It's 2018, but we're about to get this. Alright, let's do this. It's by Touch in Soul. It's by Touch in Soul, and it's called No Problem Primer. You get it? No Problem. And it's really moisturizing. It actually reminds me, oh, it comes in a pump dispenser, and it reminds me of Brianna's primer, only this smells really nice too. It's not as strong, but it says moisturizing, and I feel like you can kind of see it right away. If I'm looking down, I'm looking at a mirror, just so that you know. But yeah, so I kind of bring it down around the mouth because I don't want any smile lines. I don't want anything cracking. I don't want none of that. So my skin is looking extra dewy. Alright, for my nose, we're going in with our Makeup Forever Mattifying Primer. That's going to go... Ooh, I put too much out. Oh, sucks. Don't you ever try to like pump it back? I can't do it. Whatever. It's alright. So that's going to go down my nose. Alright, if I was really oily and going out, I would have gone in with the Cicaplast by La Roche-Posay. I know it looks filthy because it picks up everything. But this is really great for people who have like eczema, really dry skin. So I would have placed it just around that chin area, but I'm not going to use it today because we're not going anywhere. But for the purposes of just having good makeup, I'm doing everything else. I'm going in with my Revitalift Miracle Blur. Love this on the skin as well. Just to blot out or blur out my pores. My mom's car keeps going off. I don't know, something's wrong with her. I don't know if it's her battery. But yeah. She got it. She got it. Oh, it's back. She got it. Alright. Okay. So for today's foundation or today's look, I wanted to mimic the look that I created for New Year's, which was yesterday. Yeah, that was yesterday. So I don't know when this is gonna go up, but hopefully, you know, it'll get there. Now that I've prepped the skin, I'm gonna go right in for my face, which I do first now. I don't really go for the eyes anymore, believe it or not. So I'm actually going to just spray my skin down with some, I've depotted Cover FX Illuminating Skin Spray. And I just pumped that a little bit in there. So for the skin, we're going to go right in for the, how did I do this again? Where do I go off again? We're going to go right in for, right in with foundation. And I'm going to tell you guys this new concoction that I've created. It's using Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation in the shade Cocoa Light. And this is what it looks like. And then I'm also using Milk Foundation in the shade, it's the Milk Blur Liquid, Golden Deep. And that's what that looks like. This is a little bit too dark for me. You guys already know the situation with my neck and my skin. You know, my face is a little bit darker than my body. So, and this is a little bit on the lighter side, so I kind of mix them both together and they play nicely together. Yes. So I start off with the milk. I do a lot more of the milk first, although you don't really need a lot. It's super liquidy. If you guys want to see like a full-on review on this, I'll tell you guys. Actually, I was thinking about doing like a whole foundations video. And the way this one looks is like this. It's like a spatula. So it's not a pump or anything. But I was thinking, guys, if you want to see it, a little goes a long way with this, by the way. So this is what it looks like on the back of my hand. You can see the two different variations in color. And I was thinking, guys, that oh shoot, the only thing is it oozes out this, like, the sides, which is like annoying, but we'll talk about that later. I was thinking about doing a video on foundations that I really love right now, that I've tried. So I don't know if I should just make one whole video mixing them together. If I should just do one whole video based on the foundations that I like, or do you want to actually see demos of me putting them on? So leave a comment below and let me know if that's something you would like to see. And then I can do that, or I could just put them all in one video and just talk about why I like them and then show you the finishes of each on my skin. You know, we could do that. To apply this foundation, I'm going to use this Beauty blender. It's not, what do you call it? The real Beauty blender. I got this from Amazon and it's so great. I love it. I really love it. So I'm going to go ahead and pounce my face. Guys, I can't believe it's 2018 and I'm so glad that I'm able to see it. Like, so much has happened. I'm so excited for what this year has to offer or will offer. I know it's going to be great. I think that anything at this point in my life is great. Nothing can be worse than what I've experienced in 2015 and 2016. You see those bad boys? They are so huge. They're so huge. Anyway, they're so big. Anyway, nothing can be bigger, or I'm sorry, nothing can be worse than what I've experienced. But what I learned from the New Year's service from the church I go to was that we are not going to look back in the past. We're going to move forward. And so that is what I'm planning on doing. I am not going to think about what went wrong, why it went wrong, how it went wrong. I am going to move forward beyond that and just know that that was something I had to go through. That's it. You know? I love the milk foundation a lot, actually, and I'll wait to hear what you guys think, what you guys want to see before I actually go ahead and talk about it, because I feel like if you don't want to hear about it, then you don't want to hear about it. So, but there's a couple new foundations that I've been loving, and if you follow me on Snapchat, then you know I was raving about the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, which I love and I would love to do a video on. I have a couple things from, well, not a couple, one more thing from there that I want to try out. I'm going to pull out my little Vuset palette that has William Tuttle foundation, Black Opal foundation, I feel like, and maybe a little bit of Anastasia, to be quite honest. And I really do need to kind of like clean it up and put back some stuff that's missing. Obviously you can see my most loved shades, but I really love the convenience of working with creams. They just blend so much nicely, so much nicer on the skin. Oh guys, I gotta put you guys on to this site. If you're a makeup enthusiast or makeup artist, affordable brushes and affordable ways to organize your makeup, I gotta tell you about this site. And if you want to know all about it, I can do, again, another video on that. Girls, guys, I have to promote new videos. I have to create new content. If I share everything, I'm really trying to hold back. If I share everything in one video, then there won't be a reason for me to make a video about it. You know what I mean? So I have to choose wisely what I say. So I have something to show you next time. How do you guys feel about the background? It's different. It's not my glitter gold background. I want to be able to change out some of the looks, and for me that meant I wanted to do something different. I've been using this gold sequin backdrop for years, and I'm like, you know what? It's time to do better, girl. You can afford to get some fabric. You can afford to get some fabric. So, I've been wanting to do this. No, seriously, I have. But it just never worked out. So right now, I'm just adding some color back to the skin dimension with the contouring color. And I know it looks crazy right now, but when it's blended, it'll look really nice. I didn't want to go too warm. I didn't want to go too gray. But this is how I bring back color to the skin, or definition. So I want to bring back my jawbone. I want to bring back my cheekbone. I want to bring back color where I look sun-kissed versus flat. And this is what you pretty much do. Again, it depends on the person's face. Maybe you don't necessarily have to outline the chin to make it stand out more. Maybe you don't have to bring in the colors around the temples, you know, if you have a smaller forehead. You know, this is what I like to do. I'm gonna go back with my blender, and I'm actually picking up the excess of what was left on my hand to blend out, because I feel like when you have product on the sponge, it doesn't take away product that's on your face. You're actually just kind of helping it blend in where I might have missed, or just to make it look nicer. So that's what we're doing right now. And I'm still using the bottom part of the sponge to do that. And I'm just going to go over the areas and blend it out. And you won't even know I had like 2 different shades going on here, you know? So I'm excited again for this year. Really, I don't have anything in particular planned out. Just that I'm happy to be in front of you guys again and doing what I really enjoyed, which is filming. Life got the best of me. If I could even begin to tell you guys what I've gone through, and I don't want things to be like, you know, a pity party situation. I don't want to make you feel bad for me going through what I'm going through by sharing what I'm going through. Is that, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go in with the Naked medium dark concealer, skin concealer. I'm actually going to mix it with Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. So I'm going to just put it again on the back of my hand. And I'm putting the Photo Focus, but Wet n Wild. I really like this, by the way. It's really creamy. And then I'm going to, I love the wand on the Urban Decay concealer. It's so flexible and so smooth. It doesn't patch. It's like the when you lay down the product, it doesn't come off patchy. It's just consistent. I love that. So yeah, like I said, I don't want to make you guys, like, I don't want to keep sharing sad things on my channel. I feel like this is supposed to be inspiring. And yes, I've gone through some rough patches in my life, and who hasn't, right? But the whole purpose of me kind of even telling you guys about a lot of things that go on is because I want you to see that I can come back from it. Like, I don't let it get me down. But you know what? Realistically, there's some days I just don't feel like it. And that was a lot of my days in 2017? I can't even remember the year. From 2015 on to 2017, a lot of days were like that, where I just didn't feel like it. I wasn't in a space to be creative. I wanted to be creative, but I just couldn't bring myself to be creative. And I found every excuse in the book not to be creative. I like to let it sit a little bit. And again, like I said, pick up the product off the back of your hand. I'm going to go in with the first product that I place on the skin versus the last product I placed on the skin. So I just feel that it kind of bakes a little bit, and the color becomes a little bit more pigmented in that sense. I feel like, yeah, last year was a year of reflection for me. Me finding me, being happy with who I am, being happy, and in terms of not identifying myself to things. And I feel like I've read a lot of comments and a lot of encouraging words from so many of you guys who sent me emails and left comments on the, you know, videos that I've posted, just in terms of, you know, having similar experiences, or just like, you know, feeling the same way, and encouraging me not to let what I used to have and what I thought I needed to become to be a fulfillment or a definition of who I am. And I needed to kind of experience that on my own, and I did. And I'm so happy with who I am, and I just can't wait to kind of celebrate that this year. I feel like I'm not trying to be anyone else. I'm not trying to compare myself to anyone else. I am literally okay. Like, I'm happy, like, about me. And so I did go red. I wanted to change my hair color. I wanted to just be different. And I'm learning that you know, I like to be a little bit on the bolder side. And well, I already knew that when I went blonde, and I didn't care what people said, you know, and I didn't care what people were gonna think when I went red. But I'm happy. I'm really happy, and I feel like chips will fall where they may. Like, God has this predestined plan for me. I don't feel horrible about, like, or am mad at God for, you know, what I've been through. I was at a point where I was like, God, really? Like, but I'm happy. I'm happy. And so I feel like I'm ready. I'm ready to embrace the journey of 2018 with whoever it may be with. Yes, your girl is still single. And we'll see. Because I feel like 2018, your girl might not be as single. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna look back at this video and I'll be like, girl, you called it. You called it into existence. You better do that yourself. If you want something, start speaking it out loud. You know, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be right. Life will come together for me. All the things that I want and need will happen for me. Yeah. So I'm using, after like kind of patting down the concealer where I want it, I'm going back and same with the same residue, not applying anything extra. And I'm just gonna kind of like make sure my contour is carved out. If you didn't know, this is like the coolest thing. I use this in my kit. It's super awesome. It's basically having, I put my wet wipes in there. So I use Pampers. If it's safe enough for a baby, it's safe enough for my face. And I basically buy the wipes in bulk. And I basically preload them in here, what I need for just a whole bunch. And then you open it up at the top and fill it up. And then you can flip open the top here and pick out how many you need. So I picked this up on Amazon. And I'm going to actually link, I want to tell you guys, I'm going to have an Amazon store as an influencer. And basically anything that I find that it's awesome that I found on Amazon, and I am a true writer when it comes to Amazon. I purchase so many things there. From clothes to gadgets to kit essentials and last minute things that I just know that I need to have within 2 days. So I'm gonna put this up there so that you guys can get it too. It comes in a pack of 2. It comes with a replacement of this as well. So if let's say this falls out or whatever the case may be, they have another one in there. This is so awesome. I love this, and it doesn't look like your typical wipes. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm gonna set my face with Dermablend's translucent loose setting powder. This is what I ideally go through with. Make sure there are no creases in the name of Jesus, especially under the eyes. I just pour a little bit in the lid and then dust out as much as possible because you don't really need a lot. And start mattifying the face. Mattifying the face. Anyway, going back to what for 2018, guys, I really want to know what you would like to see. I am wanting to improve the quality of my videos. Every day is a new way of just like testing out new editing stuff. I don't know if you've noticed in my last video, I was really testing out some new software. So I thought that was pretty cool. If you notice like stuff pop up on the side, I really wanted to up my game. I'm still working on finding the best lighting for me because although I love this lighting, I like right now have a ring light. I hope that this is sufficient for tonight, but your girl is working on it. I really want to give you guys quality videos that keep you coming back, you know? That's important to me. But yeah. So you might wonder, like, why do I set my complete face with the Dermablend translucent powder? I find that it helps the skin, like all the work that I did as far as like highlighting and contouring, it's not overpowered by cakey powders. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you go back and you put extra powders on, like some of these heavy powders, and they erase everything you've done. And it's like, why did you even do it? You know? Sometimes I mix up powders for the fun of it. Like, I noticed I don't have my Sasha with me here today, but it's okay. I have the Laura And sometimes I go for her, the one in the deep shade. I don't know if you guys have seen, I'm sure you guys have seen that. Don't know. And I've been really liking using the Danessa Myricks setting powder as well. They're called Evolution powders. This is in the shade 03. And this is what it looks like. It's almost like Sasha, but it has more of a warmer tone to it. So I actually don't mind. Today I'm actually doing this for the first time. I just mixed the Laura Mercier Deep and the Evolution powder together to see how that might work out. I am not mad at it. I feel like it kind of gave me, it didn't brighten, but that could be me. But I do like this, especially, I don't know, I think I just gotta go with the shade lighter. I do like this on women of color. Like she comes out with a shade called 05. When I say this is like a pigmented version, well, a loose version of Inglot's, oh my god, what was that shade? 82? Was 82? Everything. When I say you can contour with that and set your face at the same time, girl, she gonna have you snatched, okay? Because Danessa does that. She does that. Okay? She does that. If you didn't know, you better ask somebody. Danessa don't play. She came to serve, okay? Alright. I only just kind of do it in that center portion of the face, and then I go in right after with Dark Mineralized Skinfinish by MAC, and I also go in with the Sephora Hazelnut Micro Smoothing Powder as well. So I mix those two shades, dark and the hazelnut. They look like this. Anyway, whatever. That's gonna go in the center of the face to bring back the color while setting as well. Oh my god. We're gonna be so beat to go nowhere. They go nowhere. Okay. And like I said, I like to do this because I just find that it brings a nice color and skin-like finish. I like the Micro Smooth because Micro Smooth is more on the nourishing, moisturizing side, and I like this one because and this is very light, and I like this one because it's actually a lot more finely milled, but it has more of a coverage to it, and it's matte. So actually, I don't know, I feel like I've brought this up on one of my last videos, but one of my girls from Sephora put me on, and I think I even talked about it on Snap, and I've been hooked ever since. So you don't see pores. They be like, pore where? Pores where? Now for the deeper areas, in order to bring back that color and not lose that. So I'm using Deep Dark and Sun Power, and they look like these shades. And I am going to use a Morphe M178 brush. It's very short and dense. And I'm going to dip in both powders. And I'm going to basically stipple it around the edge of my, like going over like the contoured areas of my face, literally. Blending it into the hairline. Even redefining the contour that I had put down, but going upward, not going downward. Alright. I use the same shade to redefine the contour of my nose and bring it up to my brows. So I use the same brush. Sometimes I pinch it just to get that there. And as you can see, it already has created a shadow that I absolutely love. On to the brows. So I am going to go in with this Morphe MB28 brush and brush my hairs. Alright, so I'm going to go in with Spiked Brow Pencil, and I know my hair is red, So we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to actually use eyeshadows to fill in my brows. Anyway, I like to outline the bottom portion of my brows. First, I might need to bring this a little closer, guys. Sorry. Yeah. Just bring that just to fill in the gap. And do the same thing on this side. Oh my gosh, do you guys know that MAC is no longer doing strut? Like, they just stopped. It's like sold out everywhere. They don't have back stock. And it's not on their website. Like, it says coming soon. Can you believe that? Like, when I go red, all of a sudden they decided not to carry it anymore. It was like, thanks, MAC, thanks. And thanks for the forewarning. Because, you know, at least a girl could have stocked up for her kit. What about the redhead people? What are they going to do? Here's what we're going to do that's going to be different. I picked up 2 shades from, which I probably should have gotten a different shade or whatever. It's by MAC. It's called I'm Into It, which is this burgundy shade here. And then this shade is Brune. And I'm basically going to take an angled brush and I am going to moisten it, right? And go ahead and use both of those colors interchangeably, mainly the red, to fill in my brows. So, as you can see, they show up pretty pigmented. And bam, the beginning of the brow has been created. And I'm going to do the same, just fill it in, fill in the hairs as much as I can. If you don't have brow pencil, brow gel, whatever, you can use your eyeshadow. I'm actually even creating the arch, if you noticed. There wasn't a real like curvature here. And I am using the powder to do that. Do you see that? Just make sure that you continue to brush the color throughout the brow. Ooh, girl. Yeah. My brother's yelling at me. What is the problem? It's basically what you would do if you had brow gel, but it's with powder. And the powder actually looks more natural than the gel, because then the gel would give you like this shiny waxy feel that you would have to set. Whereas the powder kind of like is in the skin. Hides the hairs in between the skin, you know. So I find that just kind of filling the brows, and then you can clean up the hairs later with foundation or concealer. Just use something like a couple shades lighter so that it gives you that highlighted feel. And it looks like you've gotten freshly plucked brows. Method. I feel like things are always changing. Like I always find a different way to do things. I remember back in the day when I used to literally just do my brows first before makeup and then have to do my makeup around it. I remember having to put concealer down to almost give me a guideline so that I can arch my brows the way that I want them. You evolve. I'm using a dense brush, and this is from that company that I was telling you about, that I'm going to do a video about. Like, really awesome for supplies. Really affordable brushes. And I'm just basically buffing that foundation into my skin. This is what I did last time. I probably don't even need to do this, but I actually used concealer because I'm out of Laying Low to coat my base, like be a base for my eyeshadow. You can do that and it'll work just fine. Or you can use Ling though as your base. It's really time to go and do back to matte, you know. I'm at that point. Alright, so this is what it looks like. So I lay this down because I just want my whole eyelid to be one shade. My lids are darker, and so I don't want them, like when I put down eyeshadow for like parts of the eye to be dark and parts of the eye to be like, I don't want patchiness. So I like to go in with a base, and then you gotta set it so that you have also a smoother canvas to work from. And when I mean smoother, like after you put it on, like it could easily, like if you were to just go with a shadow, it would not be a smooth transition. When you're blending, it'll get patchy because your lids are still kind of wet and tacky. This is the star of the show. It's called Asylum by Sugar Pill, and it is one of their, what is it called? It's a loose pigment. It's a loose eyeshadow. It is so, so pretty. I really love this shadow. I do. Alright guys, so I am very, very embarrassed. Should I even bring this out? No, I'm going to go with the Morphe. This is so embarrassing. I have the Jaclyn Hill palette, but it's so filthy with makeup because it's been used that it looks terrible. So I'm not going to bring it out. I'm not going to embarrass myself. Not in 2018. This is a little dusty too, but it's okay. This is the Morphe M30 palette. M350, sorry. And Morphe's M330. It's a tapered blending brush. And I am going to actually start off with a warm shade. This one that's already like tapped out right there. So I'm going to raise my brows slightly, and I'm going to go above my crease. So my crease is like in here, but I'm going to go higher because I want it to kind of like gradually go into another color. So I'm just going to buff that in. I'm just kind of letting the tip of the brush kind of do the work and building the color a little bit. And I'm bringing it, I'm connecting it with my nose and the tip of my brow. So almost like a half moon situation is happening above my eye right there. Can you see that? I'm actually going to take another brush, which is the Sugar Pill Tapered Blending Brush, and I'm going to just kind of like, it's nothing on here, but kind of blend it so it doesn't look patchy all over where I've laid down my first shade. Next, we're going to go into the more daring colors. And it's going to be these two oranges, this one and that one. And I'm going to probably end up using the same brush and go over just a smidget lower. And begin building that shade. So this is actually in the crease. Again, letting the tip do the work for you. And I'm just gradually building the color intensity as well as bringing it closer and closer to the inner portion of the eye. Does that make sense? It has to. I'm showing you guys. I'm showing you. So, battery died and I tried to like stop what I was doing so that I can like really show you guys. And I think I want to make this color a little bit more vibrant. So I'm going into my Juvia's Place Saharan palette. But I'm going to go in with the top reddish shade up here. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in the crease as well, because I feel like it'll make it a lot. Oh, this is so much easier. It's so much more vibrant. They didn't even require that much effort. And as you can see, I even took my blending brush by mistake and used that to blend out the color here. And I want to tell you guys, before, the color that I did when I created this look during New Year's Day, I wanted to have like a base for this to stick with, and I think I still might use it, but I ended up using a lip mix lipstick to put over here because I initially wanted to use NYX cream base, and for some reason the one I had, I don't know if it's because I mixed in Duraline, I don't know what I did to it, and it literally created mold. I opened it up and it was all this white fuzz on top of it, and I was like, no, like, this is for my look for New Year's. And jacked it up. I jacked it up. Alright, for the center of the lids, I'm going to go in with the lip mix, and only because I do not have a red base. And when you don't have something to work with, you just kind of got to go with what you got, you know? So I am using this Princeton Select oval mop brush that I got literally from like a art supply store. It's like a watercolor brush, and then I'm using this liquid lipstick. It's a lip cream, and I'm going to pretty much just base out my lid just like this, just like that. Make sure you get the inner part of your eye too, the inner portion of your eye. I don't think that came out right. Alright. Next, I'm going to go in with one of my favorite brushes. Again, from that one that I was telling you, that website. And it's Squirrel Hair. I love the way this applies pigment. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of the pigment in this lid. I cannot even begin to tell you how amazing this looks. And I think this time I'm going to wet my brush because I didn't do that last time. Just do that. I'm going to add this literally on the eye. Tell me this isn't gorgeous already. This metallic red is everything. And I'm just going to kind of like go over everything. Not everything. Still want to leave that haloed shadow in the crease, but I'm just going to go a little bit into my crease and the outer portion of my eye and just saturate this color. And you can bring it closer to the inner portion of the eye. I feel like that marries the look, and just kind of like lightly do it in circular motions until you get an even coat. I find that that's a great brush stroke. You know what I mean? Do it in the opposite direction. What I love about this, no fallout on the face. None. And I feel like that is thanks to great pigment, and also thanks to the base being laid, that it just picks it up, and the brush, like all of that. All of that. I am going to take somewhat of a pencil brush and just kind of like go in. I think I might use the one in the Juvia's Place palette, that color, and just go underneath the waterline. Ooh, is that too bright? Who cares? We must line our eyes, and I'm using my favorite NYX Liquid Matte Liner. And we're just going to go ahead and do that. Like so. Okay, nothing crazy. So try to recreate that on the other eye. You know how that be, guys. Yeah, I know. Then, so mascara and all that jazz. Oh, we're going to have to do liner, mascara, and all that jazz. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my lashes, my liner, and then come back to you so that I do not waste time. You guys know how that kind of goes. So yeah, I'll be back. So I added my liner and I tight lined as well as, I don't know why I have a pimple there, but I tight lined as well as did my waterline, and kind of like, I feel like that helped fuse the look together. So now we're going to apply lashes. Forever using my Dermablend lash glue. I love the Dermablend glue and will use literally nothing else. And be sure to wipe adhesive off of the applicator, because if you try to pinch them, it will come off. I hate that. And then you can get glue all up in your eyeshadow, which would suck. To brighten the inner tear duct, I think I'm going to go in with this Cosette shadow in, let me see what shade this is called. Carnelian. So it looks like this. And it's a really red shade as well. I'm going to moisten it and see how it looks in the inner tear duct area, because I just don't want to like lose it. Let's see. I feel like it kind of blends a little bit. Like it doesn't really make a difference, sort of. But it's just a little bit more sparklier. That had a little bit of fallout. Okay, because I definitely dug into that one. So it looks a little wet, which is nice. I like that look. I'm not mad at it. I like that. I think that finishes it off really nicely. Yeah, that works for me. I'm good with that. I'm debating on whether I should whether I should wear the Anastasia Radiant palette and use these two shades. Ooh, sorry guys. That's terrible. And use these two shades, or almost lost one. Raisin and Copper Tone, which is almost similar to the other shade. And I think I might just add in a little bit of this NARS Liberté shade, and just, ooh, that's pretty pigmented. Okay, I didn't think it was gonna be like that, but it's okay. I'm not mad at it. It's a nice blush. I think I went a little ham there. Just a little bit. Okay. So that's that. Right. I'm going to mix these two Inglot colors together, and I'll definitely include that in the video as well, just to emphasize my contoured nudes and marry them once and for all. And yeah, I'm okay with it. I'm gonna spray the face down a little bit. Hydrate the skin. Using the Anastasia That Glow Kit, I am going in with Golden Bronze and Dripping Gold. I cannot flip this over to show you because everything will fall out. It is broken, unfortunately. And we're going to go into the lip. Now, the lip I created, I concocted 3 different shades, and I'm going to try and concoct it. I'm going to try and concoct that shade right now, and I'm going to use 3 different colors. They are by Sugar Pill, and it is Dark Sided, which is this very deep purple, Nurse, and Anti-Socialite, which is this brown. So I am going to mix them on the back of my hand. I know that sounds like crazy colors, but you know what? It works. So these are the 3 colors, as you can see, together. And your girl is about to mix her life away. I'm actually going to use the lip brush I used on my eye. I don't want to dirty another one. And this is the color that you get. And we're just going to go in. It's like, yes. Now, of course, I had on a pink dress and didn't have, the top wasn't necessarily like this, but for the most part, this is the look that I wore on New Year's Day. And I partied it up and had a great time ringing the new year. Well celebrated, so to speak. I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me. I hope you enjoyed me catching up on what I'm looking forward to in 2018. And I'm just excited to get back on this creative route because I missed it. I missed it dearly. And so just to be back up in the right spirits of just filming and creating makeup looks for you makes me so happy. I'm really loving this. Like, I love the eye. Every bit of this eye is life. Okay. So thank you again for taking the time to watch. Do not forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and become part of the Inner Beauty Out family. Leave a comment about a lot of the things that we've talked about earlier, what you want to see on this channel, what you're looking forward to in 2018 from me. You know, definitely like comments about what you feel about this vibe with this look. I know it's technically on the darker side in terms of the lip, but I just thought it was just so sultry, and it was fitting. Like, you can have fun New Year's Day. Follow me on my social media because you will definitely see behind the scenes from those before you actually see YouTube videos. I'm going to try to keep up with posting videos and creating them for your viewing pleasure, which means I'm going to try and post at least once a week, at least. So I am working on that. As far as like if my computer holds up, then we're in business. So again, I love you guys. I cannot wait to see what's in store for 2018, and I can't wait for you to join me on this ride. And we'll see what's up with Inner Beauty Out. Love you. Bye.